Okay, here we are, game 3. Let's see if Julio and I can keep the momentum going after winning game 2. It's going to be a challenge. Brian and Moses are a good team. Looks like we are serving first sometime today. Okay, here we go. Good drop to the middle. I like that. I like that. I like the reset there. Inside out. Back to middle. Back to his left foot. High dink in the middle. Handled. Oh! Oh, I think it landed in. Whew, we got lucky. I think I mishit that. We will take it. We'll take a little bit of luck every time. I think we moved our dinks around pretty well. And then when we hit a high dink, we countered well. So, 1-0. And that was just a case of going backwards. I think, if you look at this real quickly, the drop, these are tough. I mean, it was a good deep return from Brian. It forced Julio to step back. And I think just you can see his weight is on his back foot big time. He's out of the screen, but you can tell the left leg is straight. So that's usually not a good sign. And even off the ground, and he's completely on his back foot. So that's going to happen sometimes. It's actually something that I've drilled on purpose of being out of position, weight going back, because sometimes it's going to happen to us. It's a really good return. Maybe we're caught creeping in a little bit. And you just have to know you're going to have to hit your drop with more power. You're going to have to hit it harder because all your weight is going the opposite direction. So I practice like purposely hitting it harder than I normally would to get it over the net. And he probably hit it the way if he had hit that with the weight forward with that power, it would have been a great drop. It would have definitely gotten over the net, but it's just because his weight was going the other direction. So, it's interesting. We drill like all these shots when we're in position, but we don't usually drill when we're out of position. Shots when we're out of position, and I think that's something Ben Johns does. He purposely drills being out of position because it's going to happen, and then it's good because then you can learn. Well, how do I hit this shot when I'm out of position? As much as we want to be in position, we can't always be. I think we just a missed counter from Brian there. It wasn't like the greatest speed up in the world. I like that return a lot, and induced a unforced error in the net. All right, these people are going to be walking by. Let's fast forward past them. All right. Just got a little over the top of it. It was the right decision to drive. Definitely, it was a high ball. But I think just rolled too much, like too windshield wipery with that. I think swinging more low to high to some degree. High reset. Yeah, not a lot I can do there. Tough to reset in transition. Good shot down the middle. Well done by Mo. I don't realize the ball's by me. There we go. Good deep return. Good dink. Standing a little straight-legged and crossed his feet on that dink. I don't love that, but yeah. So I think just got to get lower. And watching for crossing over, so you'll see what I mean. You get back to there. This was good, created space, I like that. But then this took a step. Like you try not to cross your legs. I mean, sometimes we got to do if we're really being pushed wide. Better to shuffle over because when you cross your legs, then you're out of position. Because if he speeds up back at you, you're totally out of position. And then I would just say, watch for standing up with that. So it's a little upright. It was a good dink for sure. And then, this one did a good job. See, that one you shuffled over. Julio shuffled over and was in a very good position. Got under that a little bit. I think tried to cut too much, like hit too much of like a slicey slice. It worked. Induced a pop-up. And just, I don't know. I mean, I think flicking it to Brian would be the play here if you're going to hit it out of the air, probably. Brian's in good position, though. Look, he's very set. So Brian is anticipating it. But still, that's probably your best bet. And I think you just hit it off the end of the paddle there. That's not a bad play either, to just volley it back over. It was just a little bit of a miss hit. Ray is now visiting me, wanting some attention. Rhea, I am recording this video. I'll give you attention here in a little bit. All right. It's a little bit of a high drop on that first one from Brian and a good pressure fourth from Julio. It's a good drop from Brian. Forced me to just dink it. All right. Ooh, I don't know how I got that. That was a tough shot. Nice. Okay. I'll take that. One, 3-1. Return. Mo was moving there, so that was. I mean, they ended up getting the point, but I would say that normally, see how he's moving. So he's probably, I don't know. I think if he split step and is down low, he's gonna use his forehand there probably. But was so committed to backhand, he had to like hop up in the air and do some funky chicken wing stuff. And then this. I talked about this in one of the other videos. I think a chest high ball from mid-court like this feels like it should be an easy shot, an easy put away. So easy to miss these, either into the net if you swing too downward on it, or if you're too linear and swing too hard, it can fly out. But he tried to hit it down, as you can see, and you're just too far away from the net to hit that ball down at all. So the only way you're getting this back over is swinging linearly through it, horizontally, I guess maybe is the way to describe it, with a little bit of, topspin on it, so that you hope that it dips over the net. I mean, you're not going to win it. You're not going to hit a winner with this shot. You're hoping to get, a pop-up back. But I don't know. I don't know if the right thing to do is, rather than trying to hit it hard, even though it's high, maybe you're better off hitting a reset there. I just feel like more often than not, we miss those. And we meaning kind of folks at our level, that 4.0 to 4.5 level. You're not going to see a pro miss that, but see, that would have been a great earning opportunity there. High ball down the line. Again, another high ball down the line. Man, good hands, Mo. Nice. Way to cover middle, Julio. Way to get over. Nice. That's 3 times Brian went down the line. That last one went in the net. It's the highest part of the net. I don't like that he's going down the line. I think anyone who has Ernie in mind it's gonna punish him for that. Ball on the court. Happens a lot. Redo. Nice drive. I don't like that drive though. 3rd shot drive, 5th shot drop is what you need to do there. It was too low to hit a fifth shot drive. The third shot drive was great. And I mean, big reason why you're hitting a third shot drive is to invite an easier fifth shot drop, because you're going to be dropping from further up. You generally don't want to follow up a third shot drive with a fifth shot drive, unless it's just really high. Once again, Mo and Brian playing good defense and come out victorious. That's frustrating. When you hit all these good shots, you're doing everything right, they keep getting it back, and then you try to overdo it. I think just Julio was just trying too hard to hit it hard, basically, which happens when you see them getting ball after ball after ball back, and then you end up hitting it out. I think you just got to stay patient with it. That looked like that was out, but again, that's another ball, by the way, that would be easy to Ernie. So I think right here, if I'm Julio, I'm thinking about an Ernie potentially. Now it would be a late Ernie, like you're waiting. But see, Brian's head is down. He's a little bit outstretched. It's a good chance he is going to hit this down the line. He's either going to hit it down the line or he's going to hit it. I mean, the right play is to reset it again in between Julio and me. But even if Julio goes for Ernie here and it, Brian doesn't go down the line and hits it between the two of us, I can take that dink. I can cover for Julio easily. So I just, again, I would say, Brian, watch for this, because, man, a good player is going to be all over that. A player who Ernies a lot. But anyway. And Julio, think about doing an Ernie. Practice it. It's fun. You don't even have to jump. Like, he could have just walked around. He could have literally walked around and hit an Ernie there. Middle looked open. There was a gap there. I think I just hit it too high. And the problem is when you go middle and you hit it too high and put your partner in trouble, which is what I did to Julio there. So they got 6 because we're switching sides. So they have the lead. Good return. Put it away. Nice shot, Brian. You do a good switch here. God, you get lucky. Dang it. Now it's 7. We need luck to go our way to beat these guys. And 7-2-2, I think I heard. That's a shitty shot. I remember that. I remember that miss. And I remember that guy in those orangish shorts over there. For whatever reason, got distracted by him. I should not get distracted by the court over. But I did. And then I was mad about that miss, so then I tried to make up for it by poaching, and that was just a stupid poach. I was so late. There's no reason for me to do that. I think now I'm just trying to get in a place where I feel like we got to do something. So I'm pressing. So we're down. And they just keep getting everything back like that. But good. That was good. Julio stayed patient in there and just kept going and going and going. Didn't try to do too much. Let's see if I can take a lesson from Julio and be more patient and not try to hit winners. Darn it. Yeah, tried to do too much there. Yeah, we're just pressing at this point, clearly. Trying to get some points somehow. I think when you're down big, it's easy to get into that trap. You just got to keep playing your game. Good fight off there. I think Brian yelled mine. Wait, what the hell? So Brian yells mine. Or maybe, no, actually, Moses yelled mine. Sorry, it sounded like Brian. I was like, why is Brian yelling mine? Moses yelled mine. Good communication. I think he distracted himself when he did it. Sometimes that happens when you yell mine or whatever, I got it, and then it distracts yourself. It takes your focus away. I mean, better to communicate, though, than not. But love that drop by me. Another friggin' ball in the court. Good Lord. How many times is that going to happen? Good deep return. Oh! Another example of me trying to do too much. Took a guess he was going to go middle. He saw me move. Ah, I think we're down big here. Not looking good for the home team here. 9-3-1. All right, crappy return. Tried to take too much angle with that drop. Nine, 3-2. Ugh. Whew, that's another one that was an easy earning. Gotta watch for down the line dinks. Just generally don't want to do them. I mean, there's a time and place for them, but not as a default. You want to go middle or cross court. That's a good shot. That was a good get from Julio on that. He went middle to reset it, but they just had control. All right. I think it's 4-9, I think. Well, nice try. I like the two-hander there to hit a drop. And to the middle, I think was a good spot to put it, but just didn't get over. 9-4-1. That's a high drop. I don't know how he missed that. Let's watch that in slow motion. How did you miss that, Julio? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. It's there. I don't think you're watching the ball. If I'm looking where your eyes are, I don't think your eyes are on the ball. No. I guess that's how you missed it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was as simple as that. Eyes are not on the ball. All right, game point. Uh-oh, that's trouble. I think I tried to protect Julio there, and yeah, I mean, it's a short return. There's not a lot we can do. I tried to protect. So, well, good game. They win game 3, win the match. Bummer for us, but fun nonetheless.